good morning, staff and everyone watching later. It's your chaplain, the school chaplain, back again, Imam Farhan. And today I've got a very, very special guest, someone that's very new to our school, not really very new. We've been trying to organize this interview for quite some time. And thankfully, the stars have actually worked in our favor today after having countless schedules which have just not been gone to plan. So we have our very own Meenakshi with us today, who is our kindergarten teacher and a really well-known and a popular teacher. And I must say she is a loud teacher because everyone knows her, and what she does, she really loves it. And the children love her. We love her. So I really want to give a warm welcome to Meenakshi today. Thank you very much, Meenakshi, for actually being part of this chaplaincy videos. And I really want to thank you to take time out on a Sunday. Tell us about yourself. I mean, I can see a photo there. Tell us, we'll start with the photo. I'm only going to make guesses, and I can assume that's your dad. And the other thing, I can assume that you're very close to your dad. Tell us about that photo. Tell us about yourself, actually. Tell us who you are. Tell us about the photo.
So that's definitely my dad. And the picture where I'm baby, obviously, I'm like 6 months old. And I really found that picture very, very cute. That picture has always stayed with me for any such kind of, professional things. When they want the teacher's baby pictures, I always send that one. And this one, on the right hand side, was not a very old one, but like just 5, 6 years old. And it happened to be at a sister's party where we got this beautiful click. And I joined both these pictures together because I found this very, very cute. Yeah, I am close. Daughters are always very close to their dads. I am close to my dad, but I would say that I'm close to both my parents. I've taken the best of both my parents. I've taken the personality and the attitude and the grit from my dad. And I've taken my patience and my tolerance from my mother.
I mean, why is it always women are considered to be more tolerant and patient? I'm only kidding.
No, I have seen my maybe because women generally are in tuned and made like that by God. But yes, I have seen some wonderful men in my family. Those who they have equal patience. My husband has equal patience, and he's also very generous hearted, just like my dad.
That's great. And, such a great journey. I mean, tell us about yourself. I mean, people would love to know about yourself as well. I mean, but my question actually eases into that, which is my next question. What is something that you always wanted to learn?
I don't know what I wanted to learn because, God willing, I have always got things that I wanted to do or that maybe God knew that I'm going to like or enjoy in my life. But I would say that I always wanted to travel alone or, live alone, like my hostel, like live in a hostel, in which my dad didn't allow because we were three sisters, and he always said no, the daughters would only go once from my house when they get married. So probably I would say that I wanted to travel alone and be by myself, like explore something, whether it was study or life, and which I did when I moved to Australia. I kind of like got that opportunity to do that.
Well, it's a very cultural thing because I come from the other side of the border, although I actually never lived over there. I have been there, but you're right. I mean, the culture is so different when it comes to the boys and when it comes to the girls as well. And it must be really difficult for you to actually get, to do the things that you wanted to do when you were growing up.
I would say that even if we were three sisters, we always got the opportunities and the chances to do things that we always wanted to do, whether it was deciding on the college that we wanted to go, deciding on the studies that we wanted to do, and deciding on the career path, deciding the most important factor, marrying the man that I liked. We were together in the school, and that was like, yes, I had always been, my father never stopped any of us from doing whatever we wanted to.
Well, that's great. Well, you've just mentioned something. You married a man that was in the school, so that's a little love story there. I mean, the staff
Yes, we
would
were in
definitely
high
want
school
to.
together.
Well, the staff would definitely want to know about this love story that you want to.
Well, that's my favorite story of my life. We met together when I moved to his school in year 11. And from him, it was love at first sight. And it took me a few months to understand that, yes, he's a nice man. And I'm really blessed to have him in my life, for
That's
sure.
great. So don't tell me your husband's a teacher as well.
No, no. He is nowhere near teaching. But yes, he has supported me. He was the one who encouraged me towards teaching because I happened to get this chance in school as a just a mother support for 2 months for in my daughter's school. But when he saw the kind of adulation and the kind of appreciation I was getting from that school, he said, go ahead if you want to. And all my qualifications I have done after marriage, the educational qualifications for teaching after marriage, and all thanks to him. He encouraged, he like gave me a go ahead, go do this, do that.
Yeah, look, it's always, it's a blessing. I must say this to have a partner that understands you, that understands your need, and this is how so it's such a collegial relationship because you spend most of your time with your partner. And also, there's a thing in our religion: the only people that go to paradise and live with you is your partner, no
Yeah,
one else.
I'm
They-
blessed.
And so the other thing, I know you're trying to be humble over here. I'm sure you always wanted to learn something. You're such a learner person. There's always something that people want to learn. You know, I want to learn so many things, and I'm still trying to learn them. And I'm only assuming there's so many things that you wanted to learn as well.
No, honestly, Mr. Farhan, I think I always wanted to travel at least once in my life alone. And I always, when I got this opportunity of moving to Australia, that was like for a brief period alone, but really coming here just with a suitcase, landing at the airport and moving around from there onwards, and yeah, going into the life that was ahead of me. But I think that was probably when I got that opportunity, and I thought that, do I want to do this now that I have an opportunity? And I wanted to do it, and I went ahead to do it, to learn how it is living by yourself and getting into a country and exploring and giving it a chance. I had 2 months cooling off period with me to see, take it as a holiday, a solo holiday, solo travel trip, and see if you really want to go ahead with it in 2 months. Otherwise, you can always come back. And here I am from 2 months to 7 years now.
7 years, that's a long time.
7 years. Yes, I recently completed 7 years in January.
That's good. So, was that trip mainly to do teaching or to just explore?
No, teaching. In fact, there was common friend in between who has a business associate who had a chain of preschools in Sydney, and they needed a help for 2 months to get through their ANR and assessment and rating. And he asked me, would you be able to help them for 2 months? They needed this help, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, let's give it a try, because my son was already studying in Melbourne and my daughter was due to start her studies in Macquarie. And I thought that was the best thing that I could do, go and see how the city is and settle my daughter and then come back. But we never went back.
That's amazing. You said your son was already in Melbourne, so he was alone, I'm assuming.
Yes, he was doing his uni there.
Oh, that's good. That's amazing. I mean, we'll talk about your children later on in the program. Let's move to the second question, which is something, and I don't want you to be humbled. It's your moment. So tell us something that you know well. I know you know so many things well.
Um, I think I know well how to connect with people, how to have happy faces around me. And I think I'm quite sometimes successful in having that happy environment around me. I can connect well with people. As you can see, you must have observed me. I love to talk, and I love to talk to different people. I love to talk about the different cultures, from which country they come from, and different things about their culture. And yeah, I think I know well. And after my journey in Australia, I think I have learned well how to say no. No, for my own peace. I have learned that, how to say no, because it used to really drain me initially to please everyone, thinking, oh no, this one will feel bad, that one will feel bad, but then think your peace of mind comes first. Then
I mean, so such a well said thing that say no. It's one of the hardest things. You know, you
Hard.
have to learn it. You're not really disrespecting anyone. It's your capacity. You
Yeah,
try
but
to help.
sometimes you're misunderstood when you say that.
I think you're always misunderstood when you say that. It's like they always think, you know what, oh, that person was being rude. You know, he could have definitely helped us out at that point.
Yeah,
Not
there
knowing.
the connection comes, that how I connect well, that I think I'm blessed to use the right and the wise words. So I go around my words to politely decline if I have to genuinely.
Well, you know what? I can actually watch for the happy faces because I have been your neighbor last year, but only until they kicked me out this year, and I've moved
Yeah.
upstairs. I do know you had a lot of happy faces in your classroom
Oh,
because
thank you
you
so
know
much.
your office was right next to my your classroom was right next to my office, and there's a little window there, and you know we can actually see what you're doing inside the classroom. So
Oh, I never realized that. Could you
there
also
is a
hear
window
me?
right next to your chair. There's a window there, so it's like, oh, I've seen so many happy faces,
Oh,
and
thank you.
you know it's been a great blessing to have worked with you. And me and you, we've had so many
Likewise,
chats just moving in and out of the current Arabic staff room where you normally would go and make your coffee as well. So,
yes.
and I know we used to have those passing comments and every time, and I knew that, and I must say that. You're not a scared person. I've actually sent this email to at least another 40 people. They have not come back to me. I and you were when I sent you the email, you were very easygoing and you said you'll do it whenever you get a chance. And
Yeah,
today
thank
was
you
that
so much.
chance. I was,
Thank you so much. I
you know,
think I,
you know, there's so many things that we know well. I mean, I know you spoke about so many interpersonal skills, but tell us about you come from a country which is known for cooking. I am only assuming that you definitely know how to cook well.
I I do not like everyday cooking, but yes, I do reasonably well. That my family enjoys my cooking. They have no choice. But I personally do not like cooking. But my country also has another very popular thing, which is Bollywood, and I think I do Bollywood dancing very well.
Oh,
I
so
would
you're a
say.
dancer.
I enjoy Bollywood dancing. I haven't learned any professional dancing, but I think I've inherited this from my father. I think because he loves to do all these Punjabi songs and Punjabi dances, I think the daughters have inherited that from my father, and I love Bollywood dancing.
Well,
I
that
can
takes
do
me to
reasonably
my
well there.
my other question. There another tangent. You said Punjabi. So are you from North India as well?
Yes, I am very much from North India. Very
Oh, so,
much.
so
I'm a
you
proper
speak you
Punjabi.
oh so you speak you're like Miss Kaur as well. So you are from that
I'm
region.
I'm not from Sikh community, but I'm like Punjabi Khatri. So even Punjabis are there are like varieties of Punjabi from North India, and I'm a Punjabi Khatri,
So it's mostly like Delhi and going over.
hardcore Delhi,
Okay, so you
hardcore.
are a Delhi person.
I was born and brought up there.
All right, no, that's interesting. I actually didn't know that. So that means you actually definitely speak at least three languages: Punjabi, Hindi, and also English.
English and a
That's
little
right.
bit of Bengali, because my mother, though she's Punjabi, but she's had her childhood and her adulthood in Calcutta, West Bengal, before she moved to Delhi after her marriage.
So that so you can definitely have some conversation. We've got Miss Khan, the humanities head, who actually is from Bangladeshi community. She's from Bangladesh, like not herself, but her parents are from there. I'm sure she speaks. And Miss
Anita.
Shahida.
Yes, I do. I do break into my little bit of broken Bengali with her here and there, and so do I do the same thing with my Bangladeshi parents in my classroom here and there, so that the child gets comfortable. That yes, she does understand if they need help in their native language.
Oh, it's amazing. You know how we know so many things and we don't even know about people, work in the same school,
Mm.
been there for at least a year now. And then we learn so many things about. That's why I love these interviews. I actually learned so much about you guys. and I'm hoping someone can
In this a good
interview.
way, yes.
Well, there no one has to interview me because I'm an open book. Everyone knows everything
I
about me.
prepare questions for you then, maybe. Next time I'll do that reverse thing.
All right, okay. Tell me, what are people surprised about you when they hear something? I am surprised that you're a dancer. Actually, I must say that.
Um, yeah, because we do not meet quite often. So all my friends, they know that I am a dancer. All my friends know that I love to talk. All my friends know a little bit more about me here and there. But I think basically I'm not a surprise packet. People generally, when they get to know me, they know what I am. But yes, when they slowly, when they're in the process of knowing me, I think they're surprised to see that the amount of patience that I have. But I would say that I do not call that patience as per se. It's just that I pick my battles to fight. So if something doesn't interest me, I do not even move towards that. So people may call it patience, that I'm listening, 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 but actually I'm zoned out. I'm I'm not listening. So I think people are surprised that how I let go, or no, I won't say let go, but if things are wrong, I do not let them go. I take my stand. But yes, if they're not important in my life, if they're not source of happiness to me, I ignore them, shut them out totally in my life. So people call it patience. I've heard many a times, even in this brief period of 7 8 months at the school, they would say that, you've got immense tolerance, you've got immense patience. But I would say that in my mind, I know, that's not my battle to fight. I'm away from that.
Well, you actually blew up your cover now. People would know that's not patience. You've just zoned out.
I have informed those close people about me that learn to pick your battles, things that are not important or things that are not going to make a change, move away.
That's right. I mean, such a great advice as well, because, sometimes we just want to go in everything and we can't actually do everything in our life. We have to make sure we get the priorities right, what we really can do and
That's
what we can't do.
That's it. These are few things I have learned from very special people in my life, few things from my father, few things from my mother, few things from my husband, and some really important life lessons from my father-in-law. So I make a knot, tie a knot around them, and I keep it in my heart. I do not let those go. They stay with me. Things that matter to me stay with me forever.
I hope the students can listen to you because the teachers say them everything for last 6 7 years. I've been telling the same thing, but the students don't listen. They don't tie any knots around. They just
Students are
in
students.
from one, out from the other.
Students are students. Even there, they pick up the things that suits them, that they like them.
That's right.
When we
That's
were students, we would also filter all these things. Nothing of these things would make sense to us.
that's correct. 100%. Well, look, I want to say that you've also surprised me with another thing, which I said I'm going to come back. Your children. I actually never thought your children were university going children.
But they're out of university now.
Whoa, you surprised me now. They're out of university. Oh, that's right. You said you came 7 years ago. That's right. Now,
Yes.
don't surprise me by saying they're already married as well.
No, I'm not yet ready to be a mother-in-law. No,
Okay.
no, 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 no. They're not married yet, but yes, they're at a marriageable age. But yes, when things will happen, they will happen. Nothing is in pipeline as of now. They're getting settled in their professions, so it's still some time to go.
So, what do they do?
So my son did his studies in culinary arts. He did his bachelor's in culinary arts, but he works with real estate. So till the time he gets his foothold in this profession, he wants to wait before he gets into matrimony. My daughter is a psychologist. She's doing her master's in psychology and she's working with a rehab center.
That's amazing. You're a proud mother as well. You're a proud individual as well. You've actually raised your children well. I'm sure the daughter's not practicing in the house because when they
She is not, but definitely she is very wise in her thinking. And whenever we need some kind of emotional advice, we do consult her. I
yeah,
do personally.
No, you know what? This is such a great way to raise your children. And there's a principle as well. When you actually give responsibility to your children and you make them feel older than what they are, that actually really brings maturity very fast to them. So by actually seeking advice and from them and allowing them to actually speak in these matters, actually makes them feel more mature.
Yeah,
You're
she
not
is very
babying them.
mature in her thoughts. Both my children are, and I'm blessed. It's a blessing that I'm blessed with such wonderful children.
Well, that's great. You've actually surprised me with so many things today. I'm
And
sure you can still surprise me. You can actually give me another, or at least one more surprising fact for the staff and myself.
uh, I would again say the same thing, that pick your battles. I'm sure you are very, very wise. I don't know what advice can I give you. You are the people come to you in school for advice. People come to you to seek help to manage students, in helping them emotionally and socially. But I do not. I don't know what can I
Well,
suggest.
no,
But
give us an advice. Give us an advice, because
I
you know
would just say that
you're a staff member to us. You're a family member to us, a AIA family member, and I'm asking an advice from all family members. Everyone's given a great advice. You've got such a great career. You're such a great person. I'm sure I can benefit, and people that listen to you later, they can benefit as well.
I would. I don't know if that would matter, but yes, if you ask me, I would say that do not hold grudge against people. If you like, when you hear no from someone, do not hold grudge against people. Just treat them as they treat you. So move on. Do not block yourself away. Do not create a wall between people. I think that's very important.
That is, especially in a family, because the family that we work in, it's an 80 strong family, such a big school growing community at the moment, even the staff member, even the children as well.
Yeah,
And
God
with
willing.
staff member, we work so closely with everyone. And there's such a great advice that you gave: do not hold grudges. Because sometimes, not knowing what the background is and you start thinking negative of the other person can actually lead to more detrimental
Very
consequences.
true.
And
Very,
so I believe that you've given a great advice. I mean, I can definitely benefit. I'm
I,
sure other people can benefit as well.
I
What
hope so.
No, look, we are in a way. I tell you what, why I did this for everyone. Teachers are not celebrated. I know you guys are heroes. I know you guys do so much. A teacher is not just someone that's in the classroom and he works with the students. He's not that. Teacher has a life. Teacher has a story. Every teacher that's come on my channel has a story. You have a story, and every teacher is inspiring. I mean, you all people, everyone have come and inspired me. I don't know about other people. I've learned from you, all of you. Now you've come to
That's
me. You've spoken to me. I've learned so much from you.
That's your beautiful heart, Mr. Farhan. You have a lot of wisdom. You have such beauty in your heart, such clarity in your thoughts. And I really appreciate this channel, this interview thing that you have started with the teachers. As you said rightly, the teachers may not be celebrated as much. And all the teachers definitely are not celebrated as much. And this is a platform where everybody comes to know about other teachers. I have seen few interviews last year of different teachers from high school, which I had no clue about how they are. But when I saw some of the, the little bit part of the interviews, that gives me I may not be friends with them. I may not be, but there are few whom I do not know, but I have a quite a little bit of insight into their life, and that I appreciate that.
So thank you so much for being with us today.
It's a
And
pleasure. Thank you
it
for
was
all.
actually a pleasure to actually speak to you. Also, well, it's not time to go away. It's time for me to have fun. So I'll be
No quiz. No quiz. Can we delete quiz?
and I will be playing that quiz for you. And
Wow.
well, hopefully we can, I tell you what, it doesn't take the fact away that you're a great teacher. These quizzes have no right or wrong answers. Okay, so so no pressure. Okay,
All righty. Let's see how we go for that.
I'm gonna actually take this away. The next sound that you will hear is the quiz. Gonna hear me? I'll
Sure.
give you a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, not more than that, for you to think of the answer. Okay.
All
All right.
right, let's see how we go for that.
Number 3. Imagine you are in a sinking rowboat surrounded by sharks. Bummer. But it still doesn't mean that you should give up, right? How would you survive? Your 10 seconds begin.
Can I hear that again, please? Thank you.
But basically, what it's saying, imagine you're in a sinking boat. How would you survive? I'll play it again, but for you.
How would I survive? Oh, goodness.
Imagine you are in a sinking rowboat surrounded by sharks. Bummer. But it still doesn't mean that you should give up, right? How would you survive? Your 10 seconds begin.
I'm assuming that there is a crack or a hole in a board that's causing it to sink. So I'll try to block it with the oars. I
Is that
can't
it?
definitely swim because the sharks are all around.
That's right. Is that your final answer?
Mm, how will I survive? I'll ask for, no, it doesn't say that there is help around, so I can't ask for help. Yeah, probably.
All right. So you're going to try to block the hole, and that's how, so the
And
water's
then,
not coming in, and that's how you're going to survive. Okay. Let's listen to the answer.
it's going to be crazy.
It seems like a hopeless situation, I know. But all you have to do is stop imagining. Voila!
It had to be this. Stop imagining, yes.
That's right. Imagine was the key word.
Imagine. Oh, yes,
Imagine.
didn't pick up that word.
Imagine
Okay.
was the key word. I think you know what you said as well could have been the right answer if there was no imagining. But look, it was a pleasure to speak to you, and you did really well. I mean, I told you these quizzes do not define you if you're a great teacher or not. They're only there. They're only there to have fun.
I was thinking there could be some catch to it, but I think I missed this catch. Anyway, gone, gone.
All right. Look, I really want to thank you. And it was a pleasure to actually have spoken to you today. And I want to wish you all the best in this journey. And we would like to see you together in AIA for many, many years to come. Thank you so much for your
Inshallah,
time
we'll do
today.
that. And it's my pleasure, entirely my pleasure to sit for this interview with you. And yeah, I was not nervous after that. After the initial 5 minutes, I must say that. Thank you so much. It was fun. It was really nice. Thank you, Mr. Farhan.
Thank you. You have a good one. See you.
You too. Have a nice rest of the day. Bye.